is it? Oh. Rotate device. Oh. Hey there, CJ. Thank you for joining. So this is kind of going to be not an educational video because this is kind of my take on the major arcanas and how to use them in a sexual context. If you're doing like a romantic reading or like a sexual reading or something like that, how to read them, like how to read the major arcana in that way. So just gonna go through all 22 major arcana cards. So viewer discretion is advised. If you're under the age of 18, I would not advise you watch this spread. If sexual topics are touchy for you, I would not watch this stream. So this is my take, like I said, on hello Christine, sorry. This is my take on the major arcanas in a sexual nature. I know that they might, I know online they have books how to read the tarot in a sexual way, and they have the majors and the minors. I think there's also books on it, but I wanted to do my own interpretation. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned. Let me see, my connection is acting goofy. Take of the tarot. So I'm going to start with the Fool card, okay? So the Fool, if this was a type of sexual act, I would say outdoor sex, public sex, anal sex, swingers, sex parties, even prostitution, could be role playing, could be like a virgin if this comes out, teen sex, even this is a young person, could be homosexuality as well, the Fool card. When it comes to the sexual nature of this person, if you were to ask what's this person's sexual nature, I would say that this person is open-minded sexually. They're non-attached, they're promiscuous, they may even be a nudist, they're slightly immature, they're not experienced in sex. I would say also they could either be submissive or dominant, okay? So that's the Fool card. Alright, so let's go on to the Magician. So the Magician, if this was a sexual act, the Magician would be phone sex, sexting, could be masturbation, could be fantasy sex, daydreaming, sex dreams, sex operators, could also represent a large phallus or large penis, penis pride if you're a man, women that, worship the phallus, could also be a romantic type of sex, could be naughty, soft, sensual, and could also be a cold type of sex. This person, if this is a person, sexual nature, I would say that they could either be romantic, they could either be sensual sometimes, or they could just be totally cold emotionally. There's all in it for the physical act. This is probably someone who's a master in bed, very good at bed, could also be into sex magic or rituals, sex toys also, is the Magician. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the High Priestess. So High Priestess, if this is say a sexual act, okay, this would be astral sex, could be a virgin who has yet to have sex, could also be someone who's celibate, so they're not having sex at all. This could be sex with your wife or your partner, this could be lesbian sex, this could be sex tantra, this could be Kama Sutra, sex rituals, It could also be a secret lover, side lovers, okay, side chick, side man, whatever. Um, so what's this person's sexual nature? So if you were doing a reading and you pulled the person's sexual nature, this person would be, I would say, very modest, okay, in public, and maybe be a freak on the other side of things, okay, have that side of them. Could be dull at times or disconnected when it comes to sex. Could be a cheater, someone in secret, or someone that's, hiding in the closet sexually, not open with their sexuality. This could be someone, like I said, celibate, no sex before marriage type of person, or no sex before commitment, before you say we're together, that type of person. So let's move on to the lovely Empress. All right, so the Empress here. If this was a sexual act, I would say that this is probably a sex with an older woman, someone who has a love of breast, or likes their breast, or their nipples stimulated or something. This could be someone that, hi you guys, this could be someone that is a ass man or ass woman. They like oral sex, or if this is oral sex, it could be feet and hand fetishes. This could be like voice fetishes. Some people like high-pitched voices. Some people like really deep voices. This could be sex with a pregnant person. Sounds weird, but that's not out of, this could be sex with your wife or your girlfriend or the woman of your dreams. It could be someone that you fantasize about having sex with. This could be a fertile woman. This could be body massages, outdoor sex, food play. This could be a person that has a perfect vagina, whether it's the shape, the size, the smell, the taste, whatever. Some people are into that. The sexual nature of the Empress. So if this was someone's sexual nature, this person is either submissive or dominant. This is someone that is a phallus pleaser or a vagina pleaser. This is someone that is a love maker. They like to kiss. This is someone who wears lingerie or nice underwear. This is a sensual person, okay? So we're going to move on to the Emperor. All right, so Emperor, we have the sex, okay? Well, if you get this as a type of sex, this would be sex with an older man, an authority figure, a person with a large phallus. It could be oral sex. This could be someone who pays for women, like prostitution. Could be rough sex. It could also be love making, sex with your husband or partner, sex with the man of your dreams, okay? A man with the perfect phallus, okay? If this was a sexual nature, okay, if you pull the Emperor card, it would be someone who's dominating, someone who's a master at sex, maybe a player, maybe someone who's a smooth talker, and maybe very romantic, okay? All right, so we're going to move on to the Hierophant. All right, so the Hierophant, if this was a sexual act, this would be very traditional, very routine. Could be missionary position. This is a celibacy. Could be a threesome at some cases. It could be sex with your husband. This could also be monogamous sex, okay? For the sexual nature of a person when this card comes out, if the Hierophant comes out as someone's sexual nature, this person is either celibate, they're not having sex at all. This could be someone who's not really open-minded. This is someone that may be a retired player also and ready to settle down. So therefore, they may be very skilled in the bedroom if you get the Hierophant. All right, so moving on to the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers, if this was a sexual act, okay, this would be sex with your soulmate or some, we come together type of sex. Could be a well-matched partner sexually. This could be spiritual sex, astral sex, sex with a committed partner or spouse. Could be threesomes. It could be a love affair. It could be sex tantra, Kama Sutra, love making, sex with someone you're in love with. Doesn't have to be someone that you're actually with. This could be nudist. This could be foreplay. This could also be infidelity. It could also be outdoor sex. Alright, so if you were to pull this card for someone's sexual nature, this would be someone who's romantic, monogamous, no sex until they felt they found their soulmate. So in some cases, celibacy, sensual and passionate and emotional person when it comes to sex. Next, we have the Chariot card. Alright, so when the Chariot card comes out as a sex act, okay, this is pretty interesting. So you have sex in a vehicle, on the airplane, quickies, or while traveling. Okay, so any of those resonate. So if this was the sexual nature of a person, I would say this is someone who's a player type, a nympho, very domineering, could be passionate, and also kind of rough. Okay, so on to the Strength card. Alright, so when it comes to strength, we have, or the sex act itself, sorry. So dominatrix, I get, role playing, someone that's into that furry stuff, that likes to dress up in furries. Could also be bestiality, that's sick, but there's people that are into that. The sexual nature of this person. So say you ask, what is the sexual nature of this person I'm interested in? Well, this person could be very domineering. They could like to pursue their love interests. They're very either submissive or dominating. They like to be either submissive for fun and play, or they like to be dominating for fun and play. Alright, so next we have is the Hermit. Alright, so with the Hermit card, this sexual act would be sex with someone older than you, or maybe an elderly person. That sounds sick, but there's people that do that. Or this is someone who just has no desire for sex. A person that, the sexual nature of this type of person is someone who's celibate. They have a low sex drive, or just no sex drive at all, no interest in sex, period. Maybe this is someone that also cannot get themselves, ready, if you know what I mean. So that's what you would get, okay, from my take, of course. But the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune as a sexual act could be an abundance of sex, and then there's that period of no sex. It could be when you have lots of sexual partners, to then when you get to a point where you have none. It's like a high and low sex drive. It's up and down. It's also prostitution, okay? Money for sex type of thing. If this were to be a sexual nature of someone, this would be someone who's a chaser. They go after sex. They are a winner or loser. Sometimes they get someone, and sometimes they don't. They get turned down. This is someone who's happy to have sex. They love sex. It could also be boring sex. It could be a high energy. They have a lot of energy and stamina to no stamina. Okay, so that is the Wheel. Now on to the Justice card. So when we get the Justice card as a sexual act, this is sex with an authoritative woman. So like for instance, it could be sex with a lawyer, sex with the police, a female police officer, or could be a male officer. Could be sex for money, could be a secret love affair, oral sex, sex toys, and penis masturbation. Okay, this was the sexual nature of someone. I would say that this person makes sure that you get yours as well as them getting theirs too. Some of them are very strict, my way or the highway in the bedroom. I do what I want. I like it how I want it, or not at all. This could be someone who's into one-night stands, or could have a one-night stand, and this is someone who could have non-attached type of sex, okay? They don't have to be emotionally connected to you at all. They can get up and leave at any time. All right, so on to the Hanged Man. So the Hangman, sorry, gotta get him back in frame. So the Hangman, when it comes to the sexual act, this is dominatrix. This is sex swings. You know, the little toys, the little sex swings, handcuffs, ropes, being chained. Could be rough sex as well. This could also be someone who has a rapist type of energy. They've raped someone. They like dangerous type of thrills. They like to do things like being almost choked out to death and things like that. So that would be this person's like a type of sex. But the sexual nature of a person, this is someone that likes to be dominated or submissive. They're into that dominatrix stuff. They're the type of person where pain equals pleasure. They're someone that likes dangerous things, and they may be mentally ill. Okay, so that's the Hangman. Okay, the Death card. Okay, so this is another weird type of freaky energy. So if this was a sexual act, this is someone that has sex while they're like has sex with you while you're asleep, or you do it while that person's asleep. This is someone that likes to be abused sexually, so choked until you're blacked out type of thing, sex till you're exhausted. If this was someone's sexual nature, hi you guys, if this was someone's sexual nature, I would definitely say that they get thrills from near-death experiences. It is pretty crazy, yeah. Or they're like very dangerous, or they're like a dull sex partner. They're like dull. They're not much fun. That's another take of it. The Temperance card. Okay, so back to the light and fluffy stuff. So when you get the Temperance, this is a sexual act where it could be like sex in the water, like sex in the pool, the bathtub, sex underneath the influence of drugs and alcohol. Could be bisexual, that type of thing. This could be threesomes. It could be a lot of fluid play. Like some people are into, I'm just gonna say it, like squirters and stuff, or people coming on them. Some people like piss and stuff. That's kind of what I get from this too. The sexual nature of this person, however, is they're trisexual, and they're also a spiritual type of they're into spiritual type of sexual acts. Okay, so on to the Devil. Now this is another interesting card. Okay, so when the Devil comes up as a sexual act, this is orgies, role playing, dominatrix, cosplay, sex outside of a relationship. This could be foreplay. This could be fire play, candle wax, sex for money. Could also be a foul play, like some sort of like dominatrix stuff as well. The sexual nature of this person is a sex addict. They're a porn addict. They may be a serial cheater. They're very promiscuous, maybe dangerous, and a nympho in some cases. So we have the Tower card. So let's see. I write notes down for what I pick up from these cards. These are strictly on my notes. Okay, so the Tower card as a sexual act. This could be sex in an elevator, sex at hotels, sex on the roof sometimes, sex in every room of your house. This is also penis play or penis masturbation or fellatio of the penis. Okay, so the nature of sex of this person. So if this is a person's sexual nature, this is penis pleasure first. Okay, so this is like, you know, whatever they want, it comes first for them. It's you come and then I come type of thing as well. So it's not totally selfish. Next we have the Star card. Yeah, my takes on the major arcanas and the sexual nature is pretty interesting. But the sex act of the Star is nudist, masturbation while watching porn or looking at like pinup girls or an ideal person. It could be sex tapes, sex with a famous person, sex for fame, or sex with the perfect partner or ideal partner. the sexual nature of the star, so if this is a person's sexual nature, I would say that they're very much in fantasy land. They're into fetishes. Their addictions need to be met. They like to be idealized or worshipped. They like to be paid for sex. Sex must be your type of perfect. Okay, someone has to measure up to what you feel is ideal sexually, whether it's looks or the act itself. The partner must look physically perfect. Okay. Next, we have the Moon card. And the Moon card, if this was a sexual act, yeah, probably I'll see, or yeah, I'll probably do that at the end of the reading or this video. So the Moon card, I would say, is a sexual act. This is sex while on your menstrual cycle. It's also sex magic during moon cycles, secret fetishes, secret sex partners, infidelity, sex at night, sex with a fertile woman or sex with a pregnant woman, could be sex while audiences watch. The sexual nature of a person who is the Moon card, I would say they're very secretive, they're very sneaky, they're promiscuous, they're passionate, and they're very sensual. Alright, the Sun card, the sexual nature of the Sun and the sexual act of the Sun. So if this was a sexual act, I say this is sex with a younger person than you, sex that gets you pregnant, sex while pregnant with a son, sex outdoors, sex during the day, sex that puts you in a great mood. It could be child play fetishes, like people that like to dress up in baby diapers and talk like babies and stuff, that type of weird shit. Lots of stamina and quickies. Now, if this is a person's sexual nature, I would say they're very fiery, very passionate, very frivolous in the act, very playful, and very spontaneous. Okay? So, Judgment card is next. So, Judgment as a sexual act and sexual nature. I would say as a sexual act, this is sex with multiple partners. Could be orgies, could be threesomes, could be infidelity. Sex with an unlikely person, someone that you would not usually have sex with, a secret partner or partners, loud moaners, dirty talkers, multiple orgasms, I would say, sex for money, nudist, or porn actors. Okay, so the sexual nature of the person that is the Judgment card, I would say they're very promiscuous, could even have some, they could be shamed or guilty when it comes to sex. They're either a cheater, a serial cheater. They're very secretive when it comes to their sex life. They're either boastful as well, telling everybody about who they slept with, and they're open-minded when it comes to sex. Okay. So last but not least, we have the World card. All right. So the World card, as a sexual act, we have virginal sex, webcams, cyber sex, sex tapes, nudist, porno stars, orgies, threesomes, between two men and a woman, furry fetishes, masquerades, likes to wear masks and blindfolding, sex for long hours, sex outside of your relationship, fellatio, masturbation. If this was someone's sexual nature, I would definitely say this is someone who's promiscuous, could also be open-minded, could be a nympho, could be someone who's a serial cheater, someone who's energetic, has a lot of stamina sexually, or they're self-centered when it comes to sex. They're also the perfect sex partner. They're also a little shy and can be closed-minded. Okay. So that was the end of Sex in the Tarot. Like Tiffany requested to do a quick read to see what we get. You can go ahead and ask your question, Tiffany, and I'll see what we get from that. And I'll just go ahead and shuffle my cards here while you're doing that. I had some people drop off. This is a little, like, yeah, I would say, like, watch at your discretion. I wouldn't I wouldn't watch this if you're not, you know, open to different. I'm not saying that these acts you have to be open to, but be open-minded that these types of things are out there and these are things that people are interested in. Does that make sense? Okay. That's like the contents of this would be kind of different. So it'd be like, I would say, yeah, so that's a better question. So whatever partner I meet in the future, what would sex be like? So let's see, whatever partner Tiffany is calling in, what would the sex be like with this person? That's a good question. So tune into Tiffany's energy. Okay, so you have the Lover's card. That's perfect. So if you need to go back, so the Lover's card is like sex with your soulmate, a well-matched partner. This could be like sex, tantra, Kama Sutra, love making, sex with someone you're in love with. Could be a lot of like, this person could like to be completely nude during sex, or like to walk up, this is like really bad lighting, likes for you to be naked walking around the house. So they like to just be completely nude. This is love making, if I didn't say that already. Foreplay. Could be outdoor sex if that's what you're into. This is like maybe you guys come together. It could also be an emotional experience while you're having sex. That type of thing. That's pretty cool, I guess. Okay, Scorpio Queen. What is it that you want to know? What is it that you would like to know? You're welcome. When will you get some? This might not be like the best way to ask if you're wanting to know like when this, like the time, like sometimes you can get time frames from the tarot cards because they have like astrological signs. I can see what we get. Have the Magician card. So with the Magician, I definitely feel like you can call in somebody, especially with the Judgment card at the bottom. So you can manifest who you want. You might even have somebody you can call up for the time being that maybe you kind of put in the past, or someone that maybe you thought you couldn't get anymore. But I feel like you might have some people you can call up, especially with the Judgment. But with the Magician card, I feel like you still got it. It's just you believing that you still got it, and you can attract what you want. The Magician is like a law of attraction card. So ideal questions would be, what would sex be like with this person, or what would sex be like with the future partner? Okay, so I'll go ahead and ask hers. I think it's, I don't know how to say your name. It's like it's I don't know how to say it. Toro Terrors. I hope that's what you said. I don't know. Okay, with your future partner. So what would sex be like with your future partner? I won't be on here long because I gotta make a quick phone call because I missed a call while I was live, so can't take everybody's. The Empress. So for you, is it Tarots? I hope I'm saying it right. So what would sex be like with this person? I feel like this person might like your body a lot, might like your voice, might think that you have nice features, because the Empress is like the Venus energy, planet of Venus, so she's very beautiful. Her voice is very soft and sensual. She has nice breasts and nice butt, so this person can be very attracted to your body parts. Could be that this person will be a big pleaser to you in the bedroom. I feel like it'll be like love making, and maybe like a lot of kissing. So this person might not be the roughest of rough. It might be like very sensual, soft sex. Okay, you guys. So that's it for now. I already hit 30 minutes. I'm gonna have to close out because I gotta make a phone call. I'll try to be back sometime this week and do some readings. But until next time, you guys, peace. I thank you for you all tuning in. Peace.